Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda, what's good?
Red Panda Anthem.
Ashley Duncan, what's going on? You've been unmuted. You've unmuted yourself.
Hello.
Thank you for not taking your fridge break. We appreciate you. How are you?
Hello. How you guys doing tonight?
We good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So any one of you guys can answer this question, but I've been looking at black stocks. And I got two that I'm looking at. I want you guys' opinion about which one is gonna be the better fit. So
Okay.
GBT or PING. Let me mute my phone. I'm sorry, my boy.
No, it's okay. And the second one's PING.
Yeah.
PING is better. If you can get it like at $17.22, that would be the only place I would touch it. I don't love either, but if I had to pick one, yeah, I would do PING for sure at that price.
Yeah, I'm looking at the charts. I don't love either. I'll just leave it there. I'd have to actually like really do my research on them to give you a fair opinion on them. But just looking at their charts, a little shaky for me. Well, how'd you find out about these two?
Well, I was doing research and I was like, man, we got to be somewhere other than just banks. You know, we got to be doing other things. So I was checking that out. I know one of those dudes helped with sickle cells. So they're making medicine. That was the first people to make medicine to help with sickle cells.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, I like how they're into. I think they're going into the metaverse, and I'm like, gosh, cybersecurity. That's good. That's next. So I was just looking at what's next, not now.
Fundamentally, I would have you look at and see if Vanguard, State Street, Goldman, or BlackRock, see what their commentary is. And if any one of those, especially Vanguard, says yes, you'll be okay. Vanguard's site and PDFs are not the most entertaining thing to watch. That's done on purpose. But fundamentally, I know many people don't talk about it, but to see what those market makers are doing are very key. So if any one of those, State Street, Vanguard, Goldman, okays it, you'll be safe. But kudos for doing the research because not many people have talked about PING to me in the first one. No one's talked about but you that I've heard personally. So great job for finding those.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley.
All right.
Yeah, shout out. See, that's what I said. People really do their homework. So I appreciate that. Put us up on something. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go to Orlando. Orlando Simmons, we coming to you. Unmute yourself. You've been unmuted. What's going on, Orlando? You all right?
Hey, brother.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you perfectly.
All right, so my question is, first off, I'm an earner, just joined the stock club like 2 weeks ago. And I'm not going front, though. I've been on the calls, and I feel like it's way over my head.
That's good.
Okay.
That's
So my
thing.
question, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's about you. Go ahead.
So my question is, I copped the wealth pack last year, and I bought PBW, ARKK, KW, iBuy, and IPO. I'm down like 40 to 65% in all of those. Should I sell and just go to tech to index, or should I just ride it out?
Kill ARC.
Say it again.
Kill ARC. Anything ARC related, get rid of immediately. PBW isn't bad. And the only reason I say that, so now just being honest, said it before. The only reason I say not ARC, because Kathy was kind of like Styles P back in the day for the industry. She was the one that would like give the ideas to the managers and they got all the credit and she would get some capital. And then when she came to the forefront, they used her strategy against her. She was the one that made Bitcoin accessible to put into a portfolio. And then she got too big, and then you saw a concerted effort to then knock her down. That's why I tell all you investors, if you have a great idea or a thesis, to keep it quiet because you don't want it to get used against you. So ARC I would kill. PBW isn't bad, but the reason why I do two indexes, I know there's a certain safety of what Vanguard would not draw down or how much they will go down because they are the power players. Like if you look at what Vanguard owns, they own pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they are a capital cartel that has certain provisions that other people do not have. And that's why it's very hard to find out like who really runs Vanguard. That is done intentionally, right? So the reason I picked them over Schwab or Fidelity or anyone else that has a similar index is because how that company is structured and also who's behind the scenes running it. And then Apple, I know it's going to draw down less than 15%, 20% a year maximum, even a worst case scenario, and the same with Microsoft. And then once you have safety in your main portfolio, then you'll step out and be able to have more courage in your trading, and then you can produce some gains there as well. So, but I'll tell you,
in the IPO can ride out, just get rid of the ARCs, basically.
You said the other one was iBuy?
iBuy, and I have IPO also.
iBuy you can keep. Yeah, iBuy. Let me look at IPO real quick. Solid. I would probably average, if it gets to 30, I would buy more than IPO.
Okay.
And be good. But yeah, the ARCs you definitely have to kill. And I love Kathy. I know some people think that I don't like her. I like her a lot. I think the culture got like exposed to her through this platform. I just know the attacks that came. And you guys can go your homework, go to YouTube when she talked about Tesla going to 4,000 and they laughed at her on CNBC. This is why I say like you never want to share a strategy that works in public, because then your competitors who you do not know who is watching are going to use it against you at some point. But yeah, I would keep those, and then I would definitely add Apple and Microsoft to that equation. And also, my biggest point of homework for you, you look at the entirety of that stock and see how much does it draw down in the worst case scenario. Drawdown means how much, all of them.
Okay.
So upside is great. And it's a lesson that no one adheres to until we lose, right? So I remember the first time I got started and then I was like, yo, I'm gonna get BlackBerry because I love BlackBerry back in the day. And then I'm like, they're never going to go down. Horrible lesson. And then Steve said, man, screw. And I'm down 50 something percent. And I'm like, I know it has to go back up. Art was like, it's over. Cut it. It sucks to cut it because drawdowns like that are a cancer, but use that drawdown that you're currently in as motivation to never be there again.
All right. I got Apple. I just started buying Microsoft since I got in the group, and I bought some VO today.
You
Perfect.
Orlando, you buying shares?
Proud of you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I got like 10 shares of Apple. I got 15 of all of the ones that I named that I'm down like 60% in. And I got 2 shares of Microsoft and 1 of VOO so far.
Okay. Yeah, because that was one of the things I told people like early. It was just like, and that doesn't have to be your investment strategy, but mine was like, let's get a solid base. And so I always compare it to 4 legs of a table.
Yeah.
Just get like some very strong legs. And so I see you at IPO, which was an ETF. I was wondering, like, are you basing it on that? Like, are you getting ETFs and then you're going to build on top of those ETFs? So, I mean,
that's what I started on.
Yeah.
Sprinkling Apple in already. And then when I got the stock club, I started the Microsoft and Vanguard.
All right. I see. Yeah. You're in the right direction.
And if I can chime in, if you guys use 2 Tech 2 Index, I don't get a back end percentage from Vanguard. Call and ask. Like, you get all the profit. I've done all the work and research for you. There isn't like some back end scheme for me to get a job at Vanguard. I'm good. But there's a certain safety in being in those products that other companies do not have. Just stick there. Like, a lot of, like, take what Troy said about the Nick Cannon thing. And it's a great lesson for investors. When you learn from someone that is ahead of you, you don't need to remix. You don't need to remix. You can literally just apply what you learn from them and then go, you'll do a hell of a lot better. So I know sometimes we want to, especially us as Black people, we want to take onus for like saying we created or invented, but the execution of the strategy is more important than tweaking it. And you see it in rap culture, like everyone sounds the same. This is the one instance where I don't want you guys to be creative. Just follow and remix and do your own version and get 2 Tech 2 Index. You'll be fine. Then trade swing trade, invest in real estate, buy businesses. It'd be great.
Yeah, appreciate you, Orlando. And shout out to Mercedes. I see you in the chat. Somebody asked what are some good ETFs to invest in. I see you put some in there. And I know Ian went down a whole list about 2 weeks ago of the Vanguard ones you get in list. And we always talk about the Spider ETFs, obviously XLK, XLY, XLE. So we always talk about those. SMH is another one that we talk about a lot. So those are always good. Appreciate you, Mercedes. I see you.
This that. Red Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
This that. Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda,
This
what's
that.
good?
Red Panda Anthem. Whole
boy.
clip going up. I know they can't stand it.